Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to this episode of Rock Talk with Rick. Hanging out in the new King of the Attic studio with Bronco from Overlord on Hamilton. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
Thanks for having me down.
Oh, hey, thank you for coming from the big, the Hammer, man.
The Hammer.
The Hammer.
Yeah, it's the Hammer.
I've had quite a few bands from the Hammer.
Yeah, there's a lot of metal. Well, there's a lot of music in Hamilton. Period. I mean, the scene has changed a bit as far as that goes and stuff like that. But there's still a lot of music.
It used to be, well, because I'm a '70s guy. It used to be pretty heavy duty at one time.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
Slowly. It's the scene is it's a little weird. It's hard for bands, I think, specifically metal bands, to find places, venues to play and stuff like that. Back in the '80s when we were doing it and stuff like that, you could go from, I was just telling Chris, you could go from bar to bar to bar to bar within walking distance, and
Running dump.
yeah, the running dump. That was our.
I used to frequent the place all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Man. I was always
The running dump, the jockey club,
Yeah,
Dallas
all
Rocks,
those.
all those fucking places.
Banisters.
Banisters, Blue
Right.
Rose used to have clubs. Even the strip joint downstairs, Hanner Hands used
The
to
Hanner Hands, yes.
They used to have bands down there. I didn't think it lasted very long, but fuck, I mean, Barton Street had them, King Street had them, and now it's more Hess Village now.
Yeah, it's
And it's only, I think only one club down there has plays metal bands and stuff like that.
so. You guys are strictly metal and original metal, right?
Original metal from '84.
Now, how many guys in the band?
There's 4 guys in the band.
4 guys in the
Yeah.
band, and are you guys out gigging? Or are you looking for gigs?
Well,
or
you know what, and gigs are very hard for original acts, right?
big time?
They'll give
Yeah.
you the shittiest nights, right? Because you're not the big attraction like a cover band that's going to,
You're not
especially
playing
tribute
Bob
bands.
Seger tonight.
Well, tribute bands were huge in the '80s,
Yeah.
right? So there was a million tribute bands. They get the Fridays and the Saturdays.
That's right.
And if you're original act, unless you're well known, they'll give you, hey, we'll give you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe a Thursday.
Yeah, and
And
that's
who
what I was saying with
Yeah. Who the
Breaking
fuck-
Still too. The same thing is a lot of places just. I'm not saying they don't get it. I'm just saying they're scared. Like I said, because bar owners, you know it and I know it, they want chick ding. If you're owning a
Yeah.
club, you
That's-
don't give a shit. You
Yeah.
just want that money. So
Yeah.
if I book you guys, I book Overlord in, and the band comes out and there's 3 people in the audience.
Yeah.
How in the fuck am I going to pay that band tonight?
Yeah. The problem is it's a vicious circle too, because
Yes.
if they're giving you a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, nobody goes out on those nights. It's tough, right? People got to work the next day.
Especially today.
Yeah, it's
And everything being so goddamn expensive.
So when we had if they'd give us a Friday or Saturday when we used to play like places like Gasworks and Rock and Roll Heaven, you get a draw because people go out on a Friday, Saturday, right, to see.
And they want to double up the bands now.
Yeah.
They want
Yeah.
2 or 3 bands on a
Yeah.
card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
And they figure that's the only way that they can make some money. Well, 2 or 3 bands draw.
Yeah.
And like most of these places now, they're not even paying the bands, right?
No, you got to pay to play.
You got to pay to play, and then you take the door,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Sometimes they don't even like. Our last big gig was Opera House in Toronto, and it was with a bunch of bands. It's 400 people or something like that. It was really good, but it's just.
And you walk out of there with nothing.
Well, we made money and stuff like that, but they want you to sell tickets and shit. Like, I'm fucking too old for that shit. I'm too old to fucking go around
That's it.
pestering
Hey,
people.
want to buy a fucking ticket?
Yeah, so it's
yeah.
just kind of fucking stupid. But there's a lot of young bands that'll do it, right? They'll sit because they just want to play.
Yeah.
And it's not right because venues, if they have the you got the entertainment coming in, you should be paying the entertainment.
That's right.
Right? It's just plain and simple.
No, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Stop being so goddamn freaking tight.
Yeah.
And pay these bands.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a better performance out of them. They're going to share the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And everybody's happy.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so we have a manager down in California, Robert Speed Productions, and he was setting us up on a big tour with a couple big bands. One of them was Motorhead before Lemmy passed.
Oh, okay.
And I said to him, okay, that's great. Like, what do they pay? and it's like nothing. You got to do your own tour support and all that kind of shit. I said, listen, you know, every guy in the band's got a house and a wife and a kid and a dog and
That's
a
life.
fucking car. You can't expect us all to fucking go on the road, starve to death, not get paid. And I told the manager, I said, you're not going to get nothing either. I mean, what's the fucking point? You know?
That's stupid.
I mean, it's ridiculous what
Yeah.
they're asking and what they want. It's, you know, if you want, but there are bands
That are going to do it.
they're gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
You
And
know
what are they
I mean?
going to do? They're going to sell. They're going to work at McDonald's during the day while they're out playing at night.
Yeah, it's well. The other thing is that they figure, you know, you'll make your money on your merch. So you got to have the T-shirts, the CDs, the fucking stickers, the all that kind of merch and shit like that, hoodies and all that, and toques and everything and stuff like that. That takes money too.
But why do I need? If you were the promoter or the bar, why do I need you then? Because I
Yeah.
could sell that shit
right.
without you.
That's right. So I kind of said we're just going to kind of record,
Yeah.
just write songs, record, get the CD out, the CDs out,
And do stuff like this.
Yeah, so
to
we
try to promote.
Yeah, I got a publicist down in Texas, Randy Cody of the Metal Den.
Okay.
He's huge in the industry and stuff like that. So I got him working with us, and he's got us on Headbanger Radio, and he's got a podcast. He's been doing all kinds of stuff, promoting us and shit. Now he's going to be deal shopping us to record labels and all that kind of stuff.
Here's another thing for you too. Like I said, send me stuff because I'm good friends with Pauly D from Pauly D Hell Yeah Radio.
Okay.
Out of the States.
Yeah.
And he's got like 400,000 listeners.
Oh,
Right?
fuck, that's
Oh yeah,
good.
the guy
Yeah.
calls me all the time.
Yeah,
Calls
yeah.
me his Canuck friend now.
Oh, yeah, right on.
I'm gonna have him on eventually on a podcast.
Okay, cool.
Right? Yeah, send me. I'll send him stuff because he likes Canadian content
Yeah, you
for
know.
some fucking reason.
Well, you know.
Right? He loves it. So I just think it's a change for him.
Yeah.
It's different.
Cool.
And he likes the heavier acts.
Yeah.
That's what he's into.
Cool. Well, that's us.
Right, and yeah, no problem. Send me stuff, and
Yeah.
no problem.
I'll definitely
We'll help
do-
you out any way that we possibly
Yeah,
can.
It's. I mean, we have a following in places like Europe, Germany, South America's big and stuff like that. But it just seems like the fucking North American market is just like, especially Canada. It doesn't favor the metal scene at all. It's very tragically hip style of horse shit, right? And I'm sorry if I offend
In
people.
Canada, that's all they want to do is dance.
Well, and
For some fucking
Yeah,
reason.
it's-
They don't get it. I don't understand it. There's so many good metal bands and just good hard rock acts,
Yeah.
original, right, out there, pounding the pavement, and they're not getting the recognition that
no,
they
it's
deserve.
just because they don't get the proper support. It's
That's right.
When you have iconic bands that are like I said, like Tragically Hip is an iconic band. No, they're not. To me, Rush is an iconic
Yes.
band. Triumph is an iconic
That's
band.
right.
I'll even say that Max Webster's an iconic band.
Yeah.
To put Tragically Hip into that category of icon, it's sad. To
Yeah,
me,
no.
it's just beer fart and country bumpkin music that I
That's
just
exactly.
can't fucking go.
I-
Don't make me fucking say it.
I've
but
never
it
been a
is.
fan, sorry.
No, I'm not a fan either. I don't get it, like guy that sings out of tune constantly, out of pitch. What the fuck, So, but
so-
that's just my opinion. Right?
What do you got planned this summer?
Well, okay, so we're in kind of COVID really fucked things up for us.
For everybody,
it
yes.
really did for everybody and stuff like that. So when you're fucked up for 2 years, guys kind of tend to go their own way, and,
Yeah.
and. So we're right now kind of in the midst of drummer. We're auditioning a singer and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get that together. We're gonna get out and do some gigs and stuff like that.
Cool.
I'd like to get back into the studio and do another album. And I'm the same way. I like the hard copy.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
that tangible thing in
Yeah.
my hand,
Yeah.
right? So that I can open it up,
That's
pull
right.
the sleeve out, look at the artwork,
Yeah,
all that
that's-
kind of fucking shit.
I like
you
to
know?
read what songs.
Yeah, all that
If
shit.
they got any lyric notes in there,
All that stuff.
or I'd like to say thank you to Joe
Yeah,
Blow and
that's right.
fucking
All
yeah,
the
blah, blah.
credits.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
You can't get that shit like
No.
on Spotify.
No.
And as far as I'm concerned, you're ripping people off. All right?
We're on
Yeah.
Spotify, we're on Pandora, we're on
Yeah.
all that, Apple Music,
All the
that,
social media
you name
platforms.
it, Reverb Nation, Facebook. We have our website and everything
Cool.
where we sell merch and the CDs and stuff like that. We're on YouTube.
Cool. We'll share it.
Yeah, we're on all that shit.
Anybody you want to say anything to tonight while you're on here?
I'd just like to send a shout out to Randy Rocket Cody of Metal Den for working really hard with us and promoting the hell out of us. I'd like to say thanks to Robert Speed Productions, our manager out in California, for working with us, and all the fans out there that have been supporting Overlord for, fuck, we're going on to 40 years in 2025.
I told you, I love the fucking name, dude. I love the name. As soon as Jimmy told me Overlord, I went, now that's a cool fucking metal name, man. I like that. Who came up with the name? Obviously you did.
Well, I was, we were thinking of fucking names, you know, back in the 80s and stuff, and I remember I was watching this animated movie called Fire and Ice, and the guy who ruled the ice world was the evil guy, and he was trying to take over the whole fucking planet, and he was moving ice towards the hot area and stuff like that, and they were trying to bargain with him to stop, and he said, how can I strike up any kind of bargain or deal with you unless you proclaim me your rightful overlord? And I went, fucking, that's fucking cool. So I brought that to the guys in the band, and I said, Overlord, man, that's the one. But there's a fucking 1,000 Overlord bands now. I registered the name back.
Is that the way it is, though?
Oh, fuck, man. I registered it back in '85 as we're the only band. We actually had a band called Infernal Majesty from Toronto that wanted to buy the name from us because they were called Overlord. And then, because I had registered it as a business, and they called us up. He goes, you want to sell it? And I said, no, I don't want to fucking sell it. And he goes, well, since you guys we put out our first album in '85. And he goes, well, you guys got the first album, we'll have to change our name. So they changed their name to
I'm going to sue your ass, right?
Yeah, man. So, but now I kind of let it fall. I think it was in 1995. I didn't re-register it, and there's like 10,000 Overlords now. Like, there's got to be
crazy.
But I mean, we're the original. We're the original Overlord, so everybody else can...
You know it.
Everybody else can fuck out.
You know it. You know it. Hey, I want to thank you very much for coming all the way from the Hammer, baby. You know, thank you very much for coming on the show. And we'll do whatever we can to push Overlord.
Cool, I really appreciate
and I said, send us all the stuff you got.
Yeah.
And we'll be happy to do that.
Right on.
Right on. So, next time you see Overlord out in whatever, right?
Yeah.
Hammer, Toronto, wherever, go up and say hi, man. Because these guys, I guarantee, will kick your ass. Right? Say good night.
Good night. Thanks. Take care.